Welcome to Friday's edition of the Daily Situation Awareness Brief. It is August 21st. No current or expired alerts, National Terrorism Advisory System. Updated numbers from the Rio Grande Valley sector as of the 19th. Look at our open declarations of Louisiana, of which Louisiana is closing today. No ongoing PDAs and no new FMAGs. Taking a look around the region. Here in the RCC, we remain at level 4 normal operations. Our state EOCs have not changed. Louisiana remains at a level 3 with the Crisis Action Team monitoring Hurricane Danny. All other states remain at level 4. IMATS Team 1 and 2 are in Texas, and we have a third in Oklahoma. No shelters are currently open, and no significant power outages to report at this time. So, let's see, Mark's having some technical difficulties at National Weather Service, but we'll see if he is available now.
Today, what we have currently is an area shower thunderstorm activity over the coastal bend, and that's moving up towards the Houston area, so we could see some localized flooding there this morning, and also some showers and thunderstorms along the I-40 corridor across Oklahoma, and we'll continue to see that expand as we go on through the remainder of the day. There will be a front moving into Oklahoma, and we could see some isolated severe thunderstorms over portions of Oklahoma into the Texas Panhandle, and some locally heavy rainfall over northeast Texas. And as Bruno had mentioned, we do have Hurricane Danny out there, and that is a very small hurricane at this time. Maximum sustained winds are up to 85 miles an hour, but the hurricane force winds only extend about 10 miles from the center of circulation. Tropical storm force winds extend about 60 miles from the center of circulation, and as it heads towards the Lesser Antilles by late Saturday and into Sunday, it's going to be moving into an area of pretty strong wind shear and some much drier air in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So that will weaken Danny, and because it is so small, by the time it approaches Puerto Rico on Monday night and into Tuesday morning, it's going to be a weak tropical storm, and any interaction with land will continue to rip this thing apart. So it will be moving into the Fema 6 timeline, but then it does look like it will weaken very quickly and likely just become a tropical wave, and at this time really does not look like it's going to have any impacts to the United States. Obviously, we'll continue to watch it, but with the size of the storm that it is and the tough conditions that will be existing in the Caribbean, it will likely dissipate by the middle portions of the week. And so taking a look at the 5-day matrix, there's some more information there on the remainder of the tropics. And so we have another system. It's a non-tropical system right now, just around the Bermuda area. And with the upper air pattern that's going to be setting up, we'll have generally westerly winds over the eastern Atlantic, and that will gradually push this system onto the east and then onto the northeast, and not looking to have any impacts to the United States. And there will be another wave that is currently now moving off the coast of Africa that will be moving to the west. That has about a 30% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone in the next 5 days. And then again, probably after that time, it will be moving into some pretty unfavorable conditions. And so we'll continue to watch that here as it traverses across the open Atlantic Ocean. And there's the latest on Hurricane Danny, and there you can see by Tuesday morning it is expected to impact Puerto Rico, and we're kind of actually hoping that it brings at least some rainfall to Puerto Rico. They've been just in a very severe drought here in the last few months. So by the time it reaches Puerto Rico, it's expected to be a weak tropical storm, and then will likely weaken more as it does interact with some land. And then if it goes over the Dominican Republic, Haiti area, it will continue to further weaken even more after that. So again, not really expecting any impacts to the continental thunderstorms, basically from the Red River up to close to Oklahoma, and then also into far northwest Texas and the Texas-Oklahoma panhandles. The main threat from that would be some damaging winds, and a small area for northeastern Oklahoma could see some locally heavy rainfall today and some isolated flash flooding. And again, as I had mentioned previously, there could also be some localized flash flooding along the upper Texas coast, along the Galveston area, where we did see some pretty heavy rainfall yesterday. And there's the threat area today from SPC. You see the marginal risk area covering most of the Texas Panhandle and then into Oklahoma. And again, the main threat from that would be some damaging winds. The lesser threat would be some larger hail, and then there could also be a tornado or two, but overall the tornado threat is pretty small for today. Okay, roughly looking here for the next 5 days, the outline for today basically is the same as what we saw for SPC, and they're really not looking for much of the way of significant weather impacts over the weekend and then into early next week. And you see the 5-day preset, what you see there over Oklahoma for today and tomorrow, generally aerial average about 1.5 inches. Again, some locally heavier amounts are possible, and also some locally heavier rain for the Texas coast. And there could be also some heavier rainfall over portions of western New Mexico. Not looking for anything widespread, but that could cause some localized flash flooding, especially over any burn scar areas there. And on to the drought monitor. Updated drought monitor came out yesterday. See the severe drought area has expanded across East Texas and also into southern Louisiana. Fortunately, we have seen some rainfall the last couple of days over these areas, so hopefully that will work out or help the drought out there a little bit. And on to space weather, there will be a G1 storm by Sunday, but we're really not looking for too much of a impact. Like some radio communications up close towards the North Pole, but that should be just about it. So that will conclude the weather briefing for this morning, Bruno.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll continue on here to the events going on next week. I'd also like to remind everyone of the Katrina 10-year event next week on Monday in the Texas Room, Russell Newman Building. Today's pop quiz: which year had the most hurricanes in the single Atlantic season? That's right, it's 2005. 21 named storms, 15 of which were hurricanes. All right, last chance for any questions. Hearing none and seeing none, this concludes today's briefing. Have a great day and a wonderful